Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shadow Empire, where we are playing as the Salic Federation. I'm Commissar Roach. I want to get into the habit of actually saying who the hell I am in these videos, at least on the first episode. Not for vanity, but just because, I don't know, maybe that'll help new people kind of figure out who I am. So we've recently integrated a new city into our nation, Gallia. We have commandeered their military forces to aid in the pacification of our northern realm. And we are currently building our deficit, because we have kind of a deficit of not like in terms of our stockpile of stuff, but more just getting things to our troops, like our armor. We've phased out the Crusader 1 light tank, and now we're phasing in the Crusader 2. Our new transports are being phased in, and our new grunts are being phased in. We haven't totally brought down, like, I think we're going to build up a bit more for our fighter bombers, and then we'll phase out the Eagle 1 for the Eagle 2s. Stuff like that. We're working on that. We have finished kind of pacifying the southern area around Torona. But I'm not planning on pushing further along this lake here, or the sea. I don't think I really want to. This is my natural choke point right here. We'll take this little peninsula, and that's it. Around here, there's quite a few enemy forces, or non-aligned forces, like around this area, around the Freedom Shelter. I don't really want to go ahead and deal with that right now, so what I think is best is if we divert the majority of our uniformed military to the north, because if we can clear the north of forces and kind of butt up our borders with actual nations, then we can use that to, like, we can now know, after that point, we no longer have to worry about, like, free folk marauders or these wildlife monsters, like the natural wildlife coming in and, like, taking our territory. So I think we definitely need to do that. Another thing I want to do is we need to build a sealed road a little bit further out this way, just to help our boys get some supplies. Okay, and then you're fine. Where are the rest of our fighters at? Our bombers? Here, okay. I think we're going to migrate them back up north. I think when we finally switch them up to the Mark II Eagles, or to the Eagle 2s, they'll have the range to be able to start bombing these creatures, which will help us. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. Is we're just gonna finish off like this little peninsula and then start heading up north with the rest of our troops, including the entire 1st Infantry Brigade. Most of our uniformed forces are on our border, just as I guess, what would you call it, deterrence. We also have we have the 5th, I think it's the 5th, yeah, the 5th Light Infantry Brigade that we just built up. I'm gonna want to it's been like a week since I recorded, so I don't remember what I was planning on doing with it, but I think, again, it's just going to be used to kind of deal with these with our north, because if we pacify the north, if it's done with, then we can focus everything we need on Brunmark, which is our current enemy. I mean, they're not really our enemy. I think we have like above average relations with them, but I mean, they're still on blackmail. They're theocratic. I'd rather deal with them militarily soon, which is also why we're like not fully allied, but we have very good relations with the Giranjang pack. I'm not sure. These guys, they have a very large military force. So yeah, that's kind of the current situation right there. One thing I kind of want to deal with zone borders is I want to extend out Gallia's kind of area of control. So they're the ones that are kind of going to have to deal with all of the administration up north here. And I know this takes a long time. But once we get it done with, we won't have to worry about it. We could also, like, justify this in canon as our, as we're giving them, we're giving them all this territory for, in return for joining our glorious nation. God, I don't know what's going on with my, my throat today. Okay. I think that's good. If we go here... Yeah, we pushed it out there. Our capital still has a major... the region that they're controlling, but I think that's still good. Okay. I don't think there's enough... Huh? According to this, there's enough to attack these guys and deal with them. Let's see if that's the case. Okay. Turns out my expectations have been severely changed due to all of the natural wildlife that are monsters that require so much to deal with. And I just don't know how to deal with normal military forces anymore. I'm always overestimating how strong they are. So, okay. That's something. We're going to have our tanks move up. The closer they get to the capital, the quicker their resupply will occur. Okay, I don't think there's a lot else we can really do right now. I don't think these guys have a chance in hell of dealing with these creatures. Yeah, not without some sort of air campaign against them. Same with these guys, which we should be able to with our new, like I said, with our new aircraft, we should be able to. And I don't think we can buy any more metal. We can't. All right, so let's go ahead and end the turn there and see what happens. Let's hope that bringing in Gallia was a good choice. That really makes our control over the north in this region pretty unassailable. I had a pretty large military as well. For just being a small independent city-state. Sorry, I had to take an antihistamine pill. I'm thinking maybe that's why my throat's kind of bothering me right now, or why I got a frog in my throat is because I was building up some phlegm. Oh, the joys of having allergies. Also, even though I don't want to guess how bad my humidity has been in the past couple of years, because like outside right now, it's below freezing. It's been below freezing multiple days this week, and it's probably going to continue doing that for the first, at least until like this weekend, like Saturday, where I think it might even be the coldest on Saturday. But it's been pretty freaking cold. And for reference, the thing is, my room's not that cold because it's fairly well insulated now that I have those blackout curtains in. That and the fact that I've got basically a space heater in the form of my computer, and my interior walls are at least partially covered by acoustic tiles, which also act as insulation. So my room kind of retains heat. I can keep my door closed at night, and what was it? I think the lowest I got last night was 73 degrees when it was like, I don't know. It was it was pretty close to single-digit Fahrenheit temperatures outside, which is like, I don't know, like 20 below zero, or 20 below freezing. Equivalent. So yeah, it's pretty cold. But so my room's pretty good at retaining heat. Problem is, that means I also kind of have a problem with humidity, because temperature differences and heating up air means the overall humidity within the air. I've gone over this before. So, like, even with my humidifier now going at, like, full bore, I'm still routinely getting down to 16% humidity in my room. No wonder I've always had to, like, chug hot tea and like have lip balm on, or right, like, on hand during the winter time when I've been in this room, and working. And by working, I mean doing what I'm doing right now, recording and talking. Because that's like, that type of air, that type of dry air is murder on your voice. For stuff like it's for like super low humidity air is murder on your voice, just in general, when you're talking for a long time. And I already have fairly dry skin. Part of that is we have very hard water in our in our house, so that also means that I have very dry skin because of that. But still, it's just horrible. But yeah, that's something. Just yeah. I'm just looking around here trying to see if we spot. So there's just been some movement along the borders. Bryn Mark. What else should I talk about here? This is I complain about these turns taking too long, but I have to admit, I enjoy just being able to talk, like doing this kind of stuff, just talking and having a little bit of downtime. I'm not commenting on like what I'm doing in a game or anything like that. I'm just talking to you guys, just enjoying sharing kind of a stream of consciousness with you. I've always wanted to do a podcast. Like, I'm not that coordinated or dedicated enough to set one up on my own. Not that, and also, like, I am a horribly boring person. But I would totally love to be in a podcast. I think I could do that fairly well. I enjoy listening to them, too. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately. I think we're almost towards the end here. We saw a lot of non-aligned forces move. Okay. Killed 100 walkers. Got more fuel in our capital. Time of culture still going forward. We got mining techniques. Okay. We got our... I guess this is motorized artillery. It's the Rocky. We discovered a new model. Light helicopters. Cool. Cross-fertilization. Cool. Got anything from power? Nope. 7 machinery and Gallia, 4 new stratagems, another 4 new stratagems. Okay, so that's a thing. Still no power generation. That's great. Recon air, fighter bombers. We'll hold off a bit. Okay. I think it's time for us to... Because how many are each of these? So you've got... So that's 90 eagles per squadron. You've got 10 of those, so we've got 90 and 80, so that's 100, or so that'd be 170 eagles. How many do we have in reserve? Like, what's our reserve number? All right, let's do this. Let's just do it. Let's get as many Eagle 2s as we can. Those are expensive. Okay. You got 70 of them. Let's go to our management. Models. Fighter bombers. Eagle 1s. Obsolete. And Eagle 2s will be our primary. Okay. Alright, what else we got to do here? Alright, these tanks can move in. They'll help deal with these creatures next turn. Alright. What do we got here? What's being built? Assets. Oil well. Okay. So we've done that. Got some decisions. What do we got? Incident with boldness. We need to increase our relations with him. Support him. Increases by 8. Okay, so we got a lot of things we can build here. I do kind of like the idea of making a helicopter, but I don't know if we have like the tech for it. So okay, so it's the same aircraft capability. I guess it would be tactical bomber. Tactical bomber, so medium rotor. 1,200 liters fuel. Some twin high-speed machine guns. We've only got a bomb hatch. Okay, we're not going to do the helicopter right now. Maybe maybe if we can get like a medium helicopter, we'll do like a transport heli, like a transport helo. Other than that, let's look at what we can do. Let's do our artillery. So, build upon the loader, which is currently a 105 howitzer. So why don't we go ahead and step it up to 150 millimeter howitzer. Give our boys combat armor. And then the new infantry will also have combat armor. We'll do that after we build the new artillery. Yeah, military force. Upgrade Gallia to a minor city. Cool. Military advisors requested. Sure. Point commander of the 5th Brigade. Got it. All right. So you go there. tanks will start heading up with our infantry. Okay. And now the 5th Brigade. What are we going to do with the 5th? 5th Brigade could send over here. Here. Can't do that because these guys don't. Well, because the S1's there and they'll try and all move as one. So we just need to move all of our troops for the 5th that way. Next turn they'll start moving as a group out and over to this area. They'll help deal with the frozen woods. Alright. I think that's good there. I've already moved all these guys. I don't think these guys got a shot in hell of dealing with these creatures yet. 18 to 1, that's a shot. Now we'll bring the tanks in next turn to deal with them. Okay. Yeah, that's about all we can do. I think 1st Brigade, we're going to send you... where will we send the 1st Brigade? Up north, maybe? Or take this position? Or this position, maybe? No, this position looks good. I think we're gonna... Okay. Right underneath Angel Fire is where first we'll take position on the border. Alright. Well, let's go to the next turn, see what happens. Oh, should have made some ammunition that turn. Oh, well. Okay. What was I talking about? Podcasts. Yeah, no, I've been enjoying some podcasts. I think I've said this before. I found one that's pretty good. Where Freddie Wong's a part of it. It's a D&D podcast. Fairly fun. Dungeons and Daddies is a good one. Also another one, I haven't watched it in a bit, but that's because I haven't had a lot of time to do binge watching, is is it Into the Gate, I think? I'm not sure. I'd have to look at my phone. But the whole premise is just it's a group of friends, and one of their friends has never seen Stargate at all, like any of the Stargates, and every episode's just them talking about an episode in order of air date. Where just one friend, like, they rewatched the series like in order. And I know that's still going, and I also know they started doing Atlantis, because they, for a long time Atlantis, or for a period, Atlantis and SG-1 were co-airing, like one after the other on Sci-Fi. So they're watching them like that. And that's been pretty good. I got through about halfway through first season of SG-1 on that, and it was fairly fun. A lot of nostalgia in that, because I grew up with SG-1. Grew up with just Stargate in general. I grew up with that show. It's a pity that the planned Atlantis movie never got done. Though if I'm right, I think basically they repurposed the plot for the Atlantis movie into a novel. Because if you don't know, there are quite a few Stargate novels, and as far as I know, they are narrated by the actors of Stargate. I know Christopher Judd does quite a few. I don't know if all of them are done by by the stars of the shows, but I know Christopher Judd does quite a few, and those are supposed to be pretty good. And I'd love that. I've been debating picking them up on my Audible account. But I got a lot of series that I'm right in the middle of that I haven't like finished yet, so you gotta make a choice. So I've been holding off on that. See, the funny thing is I'm not like I enjoy audiobooks more than I enjoy reading a book. Mostly for the experience. Like, it's not because I'm a slow reader. I can usually read a book faster than I can listen to it. Is the funny thing. Like, I can, like, if I'm enjoying a book, I can read it quick. What was it called? One of my buddies, or one of the guys that I play tabletop games with. He's the one that hosted it at his place. He basically has his own little library, and he just kind of lets it, like, if you like the look of a book or a series or something like that, or he thinks you might like something, he'll just lend you the books and let you read them. And there was one series, it's a 3-book series, and I think it's like a YA fantasy novel, maybe, or it could be like something like that. Like, I don't think it's made for full adults, definitely not. But it's just like it's about like a goblin in a standard fantasy world becoming a hero, and that was like really good. And I read the first book in 2 sittings. And it's not like a short book or like big print or anything like that. It's a standard like 350 page novel length. And yeah, I finished that, and I could guarantee you that if I was listening to that series, like I was listening to that book, would have taken me, I don't know, a couple of weeks to finish it. Because that's the way, this is how I work. Like, I'll sit down and I'll listen to a book for like an hour or two. But if I'm reading a book, I will sit and read that book for 5 hours at a go. And I read at a fairly fast rate. So, I don't know. It's like there's that stigma that if you listen to a lot of books, you just don't like reading, or you're not a fast reader or anything. Like, no, I just really like the experience of kind of just sitting down and getting this like audio experience, like in your just kind of fed to you, especially like certain. I mean, the funny thing is I've gotten into series because I like certain narrators. I like certain readers, like the guy who does The Martian. He's done another series called Columbus Day, or the Columbus Day series, or the Spec Ops. I'm not sure. Expeditionary Force is what it's called. Okay, oil well depleted. Time culture's done. Got side skirts research. Advanced sensors been discovered. Fuel mix optimization. Can we get power plants, please? Helicopter design. Okay. Jesus. All right. So I know I was in the middle of a thought, and I've got a lot of things that I could do here, but looking at the time, we're gonna have to end the episode there. So I know we're kind of leaving it off at an opportune time, but oh well, guys, I will have to continue this next episode. So thank you for joining me for this episode. If you like it, please leave a comment down below. So hit that like button. If you want to support the channel, consider the subscribe button down below. So take a look at the description down below, where I have links to my Discord and my Patreon page. I'll see all of you in the next episode. Bye.